Hello, welcome back to your mat. Today is an energy balancing class. So this class is going to help bring the energy down. If you find that you're a little wired, you're keyed up because you've been really busy, whatever it might be, you just find your energy is a little too sporadic and flighty for you. And we're going to bring it down a bit. We're going to coaxing the body. We're going to start with some dynamic movement. We're going to trick the body a bit, and then we're going to bring it down and slow it down. So for today's class, I would highly recommend a couple of blocks. These are going to be handy for a couple of the beginning poses we're going to do. If you don't have blocks, something like blocks to bring the floor up to you would be really helpful. So grab some blocks if you have them. And we'll start with a quote by Tara Brach. The only way to live is each minute as an unrepeatable miracle. All right, let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and come up to mountain pose and go ahead and have these blocks off to the side of your mat so that you have them ready to go for our first couple of dynamic poses. So we'll go stand up to the top of our mat into mountain pose. And we're going to step back into a crescent lunge where the knee is down. So we'll step with the right leg back first, left foot forward. Go ahead and drop that right knee down. Untuck those back toes. This is where the blocks could come in handy. The next pose for sure. So go ahead and get the blocks if you know you're going to need them. And go ahead and sink your hips into this for just a moment, arriving here. And then we're going to exhale and come back and stretch into, we're going to stretch out that front leg. So your left leg will be straight now. And your right leg is still bent, but you're helping to open up those hamstrings. So we're just going to move back and forth between those two poses for a few rounds. So go ahead and stay here for a moment, and then go ahead and inhale and shift forward, bending that front knee, looking up, using the blocks as needed or whatever you may have, soup cans, books. Exhale, straighten out that left foot, left leg, flex your left toes, really feel the stretch here in your hamstrings. Inhale, come forward. Bending, exhale, straighten. Let's go a few more rounds. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten that leg out and fold in. Inhale, come forward one more time and exhale, straighten that leg. And then come back up and then go ahead and just step that left foot back, and now you're on your knees, and go ahead and bring that right foot forward. So now your left leg is back and the knee is on the ground, toes are untucked, and your right leg is bent. Inhale here, sink into those hips, and then exhale, straighten out that right leg. Flex those toes. Inhale, come forward. You can look up here if you'd like, and exhale, straighten that right leg, fold in. A few more rounds. Inhale, right leg bent, exhale, right leg straight. Inhale, right leg bent, and exhale, right leg straight. Inhale, bent leg, and exhale, straight leg. Inhale, go ahead and come all the way up now to stand at the top of your mat, back in mountain pose. So go ahead and rise up, stand there for just a moment, release your arms, feel the ground beneath your feet. And now we're going to step into a low lunge without the knee hitting the ground. So we're going to step back that right leg. Again, grab those blocks. Your left leg is bent and forward, and your right leg is straight back, and you're up on your toes here, and your knee is not down. So in a nice low lunge. So look up forward, and then we're going to dynamically move again. And this time we're going to exhale, straighten that left knee again, that left leg I should say, and fold in. This is also good for your hamstrings. Inhale and come forward into that low lunge. Look up. Exhale. Fold in. Straight leg. A few more rounds. Inhale. Bend that front leg. Exhale. Straighten the leg. Inhale. Bend. Exhale. Straighten. And inhale and come back into mountain pose again. Stepping forward. Rise all the way back up. And we'll step the left foot back. So go ahead and bring that left foot back. Keep the knee off the ground here. Inhale with that front leg bent. Look up and exhale, straighten that front leg. And my back heel is off the ground here. So don't worry about trying to put your heel down. Inhale, bend that leg, and exhale, straighten that right leg. Bend in. Inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten, folding in. Inhale, bend that leg, and exhale, straighten. And inhale and step back up into your mountain pose. Come all the way back up, release your hands. So we've moved our body a little bit to help deal with maybe some of that extra energy that's going on, the busyness of whatever might be going on. Done with the blocks. And now we're going to go ahead and step back into a brief down dog. We're going to signal to our body we're going to do a little shift here. So go ahead and step back in your down dog. Place your hands up at the top of your mat, your legs back. And you find the stance you need here. So you can have a wider down dog with your feet. They can be further back, closer in. Find what works for you. Bend your knees if you like. Just stay here for just a moment. We won't be here long. And then go ahead and exhale and bring that right foot forward, right knee, I should say, for pigeon. So your right knee is going to be up toward the right corner of your mat, and your left foot will be going toward your left hip there. So inhale and get tall. And if you can't come all the way down, that's okay. You can stay up further. You go ahead and grab one of those blocks and place that underneath of your right here. So you can stay up a little bit more upright if you like. So find what works for you. Otherwise, nestle in if you feel like you've got a little bit more range of motion here. Inhale and get tall, and then exhale, we're just going to fold forward any amount. So again, you could have a block here. You could have a block underneath of your arms here, your elbows. So you don't have to come out nearly as far, but you're still getting a good stretch. So you just find what's going to work for you in this pose, and we're going to stay here for 3 rounds of breath. So take them at your own pace, excuse me. Breathing in and out. Finding what works for you. So take a couple more breaths there. We're going to help ground that energy down while also getting a stretch. One more breath there. And then go ahead and bring yourself up and swing that left leg around and come into a seated seat here. And go ahead and your left leg will be in front. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side so you can see this. And from here, sit up tall, and then exhale. I want you to fold forward any amount. So find what works for you. If you need a block, put your arms on if you'd like. You can sit more upright. Fold forward, whatever feels good for you, keeping your seat grounded. So try not to let that seat pop up. Breathing here for 3 rounds. So 3 rounds of breath at your own pace. You're getting a stretch, you're grounding your energy, and you're paying attention to your breath. So in and out through your nose, helping to calm that energy down just a bit. One more breath. And then come up. And now we're going to bring our right hand out to the right side and the left arm up overhead for a nice little side bend here. So we'll get a nice opening here. And we'll just stay for 2 breaths here. One more. And then come all the way back up. And we'll go to the other side and we do the other side with the leg. Got that right now. We'll balance it out. I'm all about balance. So now you're going to just bring this right leg. Yes, your left. Am I saying that right? Let me think about that. Yes. So you can have the left leg, the left leg can be straight if you'd like. And you can just bring your right leg over top. That is fine. If you would like, go ahead and fold this right leg or this left leg underneath of you. Sorry, I got confused there for a moment. Sit up nice and tall. So either one. The leg can be straight out or tucked behind you so that your left foot is next to your. Inhale, get tall, and exhale and twist to your right. We're going to hold here for 2 breaths. You can close your eyes if you like. Go inside for a moment. Just feel what that feels like. And exhale, come back. We'll do a counter twist. So just twist to the other side. Josie, you might be able to see her in my video there. She's kind of wandering around the background here. And then exhale and come back to center. And we're going to release back into a downward dog briefly just to let everything go on those feet, those legs before we go to the other side. So we'll do that same series on the other side. Stretch there, stretch back really nice. Release your legs, the calves, the hips, the hams. And then bring that left foot forward into pigeon. So your left knee will point toward the left corner of your mat. Your right foot will be coming towards your right hip. and tuck those back toes. Again, coming down that far is a bothersome problem. Is a problem. Bring a pillow, a block, whatever you need to prop your seat up. You don't have to be all the way down, and you can also bring a block or a pillow or something for your elbows. So we're going to come on down, and we're going to take 3 breaths here at your own pace. So just release your energy into the mat. Let go of whatever your busy day has been. Maybe it's the holidays coming up. Maybe it's the kids are back in school. Maybe it's sporting events. Maybe work, family, whatever it might be. We all have obligations, and sometimes of our lives are busier than others. So this is just going to kind of help you bring that energy down a bit when things are just a little too frenetic for you and busy. And then come on up, swing that right leg around. And now we're going to come into a seated forward fold the other way. So now my right leg is in front. Sit up nice and tall. And exhale, fold forward any amount. So you decide here for you what works best. Just keep your seat grounded. So try not to pop up here. So don't try to come forward more and bring your seat with you. Keep the seat down. You have a nice long straight back here the best that you can without rounding too much. And really just let go here. A couple more breaths. Bring that energy down. It's good to have high energy at times, but sometimes if it's sustained for too long, it can just be too much, and we need a way to counterbalance that. Hence the energy out balancing class. And then come on up, and now we'll bring the left hand out to the side, and the right arm will go up overhead, and we'll get a nice side stretch here. So your right side will get a nice stretch. Stay here for 3 breaths. Nice stretch here. Really feel that. Feel your energy grounding into the mat. You even feel that some of that energy is tripping off of you now and is releasing. And maybe you don't. It might take a little longer. You might need to do this class a couple times. And then come all the way back up. And now we're going to do that seated twist again. So I've got my left leg out straight in front of me, and my right leg is stepping over, or you can go ahead and fold that right leg in so that my right foot is next to my left hip. Either way, straight out or fold it in. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, wrap your arm around your left knee and turn to the left. 3 breaths here. Really letting go of the to-do list. It will still be there, I promise you, when we're done. Take this a little bit of time for yourself to come back to yourself. Give yourself the gift of a little bit of time to not be worrying about all the things that you need to be doing or should be doing. And exhale, and we'll do a counter twist. 2 breaths to the side, so look to the right. You're just twisting to the opposite direction. You can close your eyes. Just be here for just a moment. I know that can be really hard when you know you have a lot to do, but just for a moment, give yourself this time. And exhale and come back around. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and come into Shavasana. So I want you to lie back on the mat, lie flat on your back with your legs nice and stretched out, your arms stretched out. I'm going to stay up and guide you through this. We're going to be here for about 1.5 minutes. We've got time. Take the time. Be here. Skip this pose because this is one that you really need, especially when you're feeling just your energy is crazy and you've got a lot going on. So just relax the mat. Go ahead and give your neck a nice little pull and make sure it gets a nice long neck there before you lie your head back down. Let everything sink into the mat. It's your back. Let the earth, your mat, wherever you are, hold you in this moment. Let it be here for you. Breathe here at your own pace. And remember that, yes, you may have a lot you need to be doing, or you've had a lot you need to be doing, but take these little moments, these little short classes even, yourself is so valuable. It's so helpful to reset and come out feeling more with better, greater ability to handle whatever might come at you for the next day or the rest of the day. For those of you that have longer, I highly recommend staying a few more minutes. Just give yourself that time. If you really don't have the time, go ahead and hug your knees to your chest, give your roll over, using your hand, seated. Thank you so much for joining, for choosing to do this class. Thank you for taking the time to do something good for yourself. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Namaste.